Hi everyone, I'm recording this short video today because of the farmers' protests that have been happening across India on Republic Day. And I think it's important to understand the context behind why this is such a significant day. So first of all, King George VI's reign ended on 26th of January 1950, which officially made India a republic. So it wasn't under the rule of the monarchy, it was actually a republic. So it had a constitution, had elected government, and this made India the world's largest democracy. Hence, on 26th of January every year, they celebrate Republic Day. Now, under the same constitution, which some politicians like Boris Johnson deem an extraordinary constitution, there are some details that are extremely relevant today. Firstly, I would like to state that I am not an expert in Indian constitutional law. However, in the constitution, in part 3 of under fundamental rights, it does state the right to freedom. So all citizens shall have the right to freedom of speech and expression, to assemble peaceably and without arms, and to form associations and unions. And why I state this is because today we are celebrating, or people in India are celebrating, the birth of the Constitution, which is meant to respect human rights. But what we've seen today is a gross negligence of their duty towards protecting the Constitution. So let's begin with how we've ended up at this point. And I want to keep it brief and very succinct. So firstly, farmers' unions have been in talks with the government. I think some reports are stating between 7 and 8 rounds of failed talks, where the government is refusing to withdraw these laws. So the next step was, how do we get Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister, to take action against these laws? Well, he didn't. And what happened on December the 20th shows why he will not back down. Because in Delhi, there is a Gurdwara, Rakabganj, which is historically significant to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Shahidi. And on the 20th of December, he went to Delhi, to the Gurdwara, to pay his respects to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. What he didn't do was he didn't go across the road to see the farmers protesting, to speak to the farmers. And as a democratically elected leader, he chose not to communicate with the people that put him into power. Instead, he chose this as a photo opportunity to show to the Sikhs that he is one of them, he is with them, he respects their traditions. Again, all without acknowledging the farmers that have been on the cold nights. And we're looking at a total of 100 plus people that have become shaheed during these farmers' protests. Then on the 12th of January, so after the Supreme Court had postponed the implementation of the laws, so they're still there, just being held off. On the 12th of January, the Supreme Court stated that they're going to create a committee of 4 people who will look at these laws in more detail and give them feedback. Now, the idea of the committee was they would go and speak to these farmers in the protest to ask about their grievances and how these laws are negligent to them, how these laws are disrespecting their rights. And what happened was, about a week later, on the 21st of January, farmers refused to speak to the committees because the 4-man committee wouldn't have done anything anyway, which is evident with what I'm about to say. On the 21st of January, the Supreme Court stated categorically the committee's findings will be presented to them, whether the farmers contribute to those discussions or not. So you've got a committee created by the Supreme Court to find out what the farmers want and then not ask the farmers what they want. So they've got a 4-man committee who didn't speak to the farmers and then stated that the laws are in favor of farmers' rights. And again, as discussed in previous videos, these laws are clearly not. And moving forward into a timeline, 4 days ago, there was a video that was put up on social media, on news channels, about an attempted intruder into the camps of the protesters. And apparently he'd been taken orders to stir up trouble, kill people. I'm not going to speculate as to what he was there to do, but it was undoubted that he was there to cause trouble, which luckily did not happen because so far the protests have been peaceful and have caught the world's attention. Then a day after that, the farmers' union, so on Sunday the 24th, the farmers' unions agreed with the Delhi police about a route to go around for the tractors. This route was meant to be in Delhi, around the main arteries, the roads connecting Delhi to the outside of India. And the reason was it was meant to cause disruption to show the plight of the farmers. the route negotiated eventually that the farmers had to go on was not anywhere on the Delhi Ring Road. So it avoided the major Delhi Ring Road and was taken a bit further away as to not distract from the Republic Day celebrations. And today, we've seen an abuse of power, an abuse of law, with the Minister of Home Affairs stating a temporary suspension of telecom services. Now, this is a clear suppression of freedom of speech, it's clear suppression of human rights because the information is not supposed to get out. Anecdotally, I was watching Sikh Channel this morning and the internet connection was poor because the Minister of Home Affairs is trying to stop information from getting out of Delhi, out of the protest. So people believe what they are being told by the Godi media. However, I want to move on to one last video that I saw today, and it was the burning of the Khalistan flag. Now, the right-wing BJP and the Godi media are trying to portray this as a separatist Punjab movement, separatist Khalistan movement. That is not the case. No one has demanded a separate state. Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh are protesting in combination against these laws. And on top of that, today, 15,000 farmers from 21 districts in Maharashtra march over 180 kilometers to Mumbai to protest these laws. The Godi media have not reported that. So what they are trying to show here is this, that the Indians, the working class, the farmers, the peasants are not united against these laws. And they are united. And what we can do here, and I'll continue to say this message, listen to the farmers. So go onto social media, on Facebook and Instagram, and go onto the TV channels where they're interviewing farmers and hear the views of the farmers, not the politicians speaking on behalf of the farmers, not even the union leaders. Listen to the farmers on the ground and see how they can be helped. They can be helped by raising awareness, donating to the correct charities, and just continue taking an interest and informing other people of these protests. I want to keep this video short, just to show that everyone is watching. We're all keeping a close eye. Jai Kisan.